Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I was thinking that I have to update the Patreon list, because actually this Patreon list is generated manually because the integration doesn't work anymore. So this list may be slightly outdated. I'm sorry for that, but it's what it is. Let me see if I can maybe. Yes, I did it manually by extracting the list and then yeah, I have to do a bit of manipulation actually. I have to do a bit of manipulation. Not now, not now. Not now. Hello, my friends. Good afternoon, good morning. Well, the good morning I think is tough because it's -6. Well, no, it's afternoon pretty much everywhere. So good afternoon, guys. It's good to see you. And I had a bit of real life stuff going on, and so yesterday was not here, and tonight as well. But so after dinner, I'm not available. But you know, I was thinking, why not? Even if it's just 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Why not? We can stream now and progress a bit with our game, right? Ow. Why my face is not working very well? It seems it is. Is it? Is it? Is it stuttering? It looks it's not very fluid. I don't know why. Do I have anything here? Do I have anything here that is running? I don't think so. I think it should be. There is not much running. Okay, anyway, stuttering a bit, but it's fine. Okay, let's jump right into it. Let's go. So we were working on transports, right? And we were working on transports. They can also be used by merchants. They can be used by the city manager. It can be used by different things. And also, I think it was a kind of a fun development, interesting development. And so, I mean, as you know, I'm developing PlaneShift also as an hobby, or mostly as a hobby, and so sometimes I just develop stuff that I like doing, right? It's not a job, and so we explore new features, we explore new stuff, and we hopefully have fun doing it, right? Meanwhile, obviously, I want to improve the game. And so what I'm doing, I'm working on transports, like carts, like this one you see on the bottom right? So the idea is to be able to attach a cart to a beast or to a human. Hello, Hula. Look like we can catch you between 2 appointments. Yes, exactly. Between one appointment, work, and another appointment, yes. So I have these 2 possibilities. One possibility is to attach the cart to the creature like this, right? And you see that we have rotating wheels and such. I don't know really if we were gonna use this, but the other way is to attach the cart to a human, right? Like this. So I can attach it to a character. What is the problem? The problem, well, there are a number of problems. The first problem is rotation, right? If I rotate, as you can see, the cart rotates with me, right? The cart rotates with me, but I mean, this is not really possible in real life, right? Because the cart will, I mean, the cart cannot really slide on the side, right? So we have to change the way the character moves when the cart is when the character is rotating, right? When the character is rotating, I think that when you have the cart on you, you should rotate very, 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 very slow. I mean, it should be possible, but it should be very slow. And the second thing is that when you are on a slope, right? When you are on a slope like this, you see that the cart stays up, right? In reality, we would like the cart to do this, right? So that when you are on a slope, the cart is actually touching the ground somehow, right? Now, and we have, at the moment, I'm doing it only one time. You see those two red lines? Those two red lines are two vertical line traces that are searching the ground, are calculating the slope, right? Are calculating how is the slope, and then they are rotating the cart based on the slope, right? At the moment, I'm doing it by clicking a button. Like, for example, if I go here, right? If I go here and I press the button, boom, you see that the cart goes into the right position. And the same should work if you are down and the cart is up, right? You see the cart goes up. Now, it's not perfect because, yeah, because depends a bit on the actual rotation of the two wheels, right? So we may decide to do it. We may decide to do also the roll. At the moment we only do the pitch. We may decide to also roll it in this direction, because you see that here it should rotate, right, a bit to the right given the position, because I'm not perpendicular to the slope, right? And so this wheel is a bit inside and this wheel is a bit outside, but you know, overall I think it's okay. Overall I think it's okay. So yeah, so and yes, and if you are in a position like this, right, where the cart is on the ground, right, you see that is like that, right? Which I think is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? It has to be reasonable. Okay, the first problem is that at the moment the calculation is done. You can use the family physics. I checked some videos of the physics, and it makes the cart really bouncy, right? It makes the car really bouncy, and I think that is not really worth it. Also because physics is costly in terms of performance. So I think this solution is a bit simpler, but it may provide fairly good results anyway, right? It may give better, I mean, not better, but let's say comparable results at a cost that is extremely lower, right? If you add physics, you have to add physics to the wheels, to the cart, and then you need to have a physics constraint between the character and the cart. I mean, it's obviously possible, right? It's possible, but I think it's way heavier, and I don't know if we need it. Maybe at the end, Maybe at the end we will do it with physics. I don't know. I checked the video that is actually doing that. And it seems that it was very, very wobbly, right? So the card was like bouncing, boom, 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 was bouncing everywhere. So I don't know if I really want that, right? You see, there is the rotation that we are applying based on the position, right? Okay, so the first thing we have to do, we have to change this part and put it inside the tick, right? And we will probably have to do it in C++ because I think having all this stuff in blueprints in a tick function is stupid, right? And we should never do it. So this is the stuff that is doing the wheels, right? So that is the wheels rotation, pretty much. This part is the wheels rotation. And yeah. And now we're gonna add here this other little monster, which is the adaptation to the ground, right? Now the only thing is that get actor location, make vector. I mean, we have some stuff that is hard coded and then we will have to change in our game. Like this vector, for example, is kind of a delta. It's kind of a weird delta that we apply to basically center the character on the edge, on the connection point, which is this one. Then we are doing a line trace on the ground, right? You know, I was thinking to buy a 3D printer, but I think my main problem with the 3D printer is the smell and the pollution. So the fact that in the room where you place it, right, you need to have I mean, you need to have a very, very good ventilation. I don't think you can put it. I don't think you can put it inside your home, right? I don't think so. You have to put it in a cellar or something like that. Let me see if I'm doing everything else. Get actor rotation. Get actor rotation. Any one of you has a 3D printer and can give me some feedback on what is going on when you use it in your home? I mean, if it's even possible. If I remove this, it becomes self, right? Yeah, it becomes self. I got X1C. X1C, what is it, a model or X1C? 3D. Mars, I think I know. I've seen it. Mars 5 or something like that. X1C, like this one. Oh wow, seems to be an insane one. I mean, it costs like 1,000 euro. It seems to be very nice. And so there is filament though, it's not resin. I was thinking resin. I regret buying it. It is really small. The hot plastic is so small. If you work with 100 kilo of hot plastic, perhaps you can have problems. Yeah. You mean that it's small and so should not be a problem? I don't know. You regret buying it? The Mars, you have the Mars 5 3D printer? Which Mars you have? Because the Mars 5 is very cheap. I mean, it's like 250 euro. Going to get resin. Yeah, exactly. I think also, I also want to do resin. I want to print miniatures, right? So I want to do resin as well. So I was looking at, some resolution comparisons, but what I saw on the YouTube videos and everywhere is basically the resolution doesn't make any difference. I mean, if you have 8K is more than enough, right? If you go like 9K, 12K, 16K, I mean, they all look the same. I mean, increasing the resolution doesn't really make it better, at least not noticeably, right? So I think that 8K is probably a good middle point. So you would go with Mars 5. The problem of Mars 5, I think, is the printing space, which is not very good, right? Is 153, 77, 165, right? I've seen another one, which was the, what was it? Let me remember. Which is like 21, right? 21, 22. And it's just 100 euro more. And let me see where I have it. I have it here. Saturn 4, right? The Saturn 4. Unfortunately, is higher resolution, which I don't think I need it really. It's like 12K, right? This one start to be like this, right? 218, 122, 220, right? Do you have pets or kids? I was thinking to put it in the cellar. I mean, below the house. I don't know. How do you call it? How do you call cantina in inglese? Cellar, yeah, in the cellar. I was thinking to put it in the cellar, not in the house. So the question is the Mars 5 enough, right? Because then you have to split, I guess, the pieces. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, right? I'm thinking about it. I have a small idea in mind. I don't know if I want to tell you, but I have a small idea in mind for it. I mean, I buy it for one particular reason. Then you must have ventilation. Yeah, I have ventilation in that room because there is a window, right? There is a window. Or I can put it outside, but outside if it's raining, right? I mean, I can put it on a balcony, right? I can put it on a balcony and have it run there on a balcony. But then if I have to leave it the whole night, I don't know if it will break because maybe it's humid or it's cold or it's whatever. Why they don't tell you the most important thing, which is the... Why they don't tell you the most important thing, which is the sides? Yeah, so the difference is this, right? Mars 5. The previous one is the Saturn, and this one is the Mars 5. So the difference is notable. Also, I have a friend that has a 3D printer, and what he told me is that if you really fill the area completely on the sides, so if you use like the wall area, like 153, right? You go 150. The sides tend to be a bit less precise, and so his suggestion was to take like 80%, right, of what is the sides as the sides that you will then use. I don't know if you have the same experience with the sides being not not so precise. In theory, this guy now is line tracing all the time. It kind of works. You see that now the cart is following the slope. I mean, apart from the rotation is really a problem. But you see that it's following the slope now. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there. I mean, it is a bit bugged, right? But you see that it's following the slope somehow. Now, the problem is really the rotation. Yeah, you see how it went smooth? Look. You see how it went smooth from here to here? Look. It's very good, huh? It's very good. So I think the technique kind of works. The only problem may be the left and right. So we have to do... And then I don't know exactly what is happening here. I don't know what is happening here, but I don't know. I mean, here I understand because he's considering... And I can move the first, I have to think what to do in those situations. I have to think about it. But for the rest, as soon as the middle of the cart is in a good position, it kind of works, right? Yeah, you see that it kind of works, right? It goes up and down properly. Okay, so I think that's very nice. Obviously, if you do weird stuff like this, it will, yeah, it will. But anyway, even in this stupid case, right? It's kind of trying to do it, right? It's trying to do it. Consider that it doesn't collide, right? It doesn't collide in any way. I don't know exactly why he bumps up and down, but there is a moment, yeah, there is this moment where he bumps up and down. I think it's because he's recalculating the, yeah, he's recalculating. Okay, so that maybe we have a way to fix. The other problem is the rotation, right? For my use printing figures, I would go Saturn. You would go Saturn, eh? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the problem is the ventilation. The problem is the ventilation. How much time does it take to print a mini, right? Like maybe not a giant mini, but a normal mini, right? How much? Because I know they say like 150 millimeters per hour, right? What does 150 millimeters per hour mean? I don't know what it means. I mean, 150 millimeters vertically, horizontally. I mean, both. I don't know. Cubes. 150 millimeters. Speed per hour, right? Put it in Chitubox software. Put the miniature in Chitubox and see the printing size and time. Okay. Chitubox. But is everyone using the same software, or every printer has its own software? Like if I get the Saturn, do I use its own software, or do I use this other Chitubox software? And by the way, it is free, or no? It is pro. You have to pay for it. No, I don't want to subscribe to anything, please. Basic free. Limited slicing, automatic. Run on 2 devices simultaneously. Modern manipulation includes split and boolean operation. More advanced support parameters, support placement, any advanced tool, one-click adaptive support. Go to 100 platform. I don't know. There is some free, some paid. But the printer does not come with its own software. That's very weird. So like you buy the printer and you cannot print. That sounds like weird to me. No? So this is rotate cart based on slope, right? This thing is a rotate cart based on slope. Just a second, I have to listen to a message. 1 second. Sorry, I wanted to check something, but I will probably check it later today if I remember. Okay, so this rotate the cart on slope. So on our mission, we have dynamic rotating, attach point to allow walking on slopes, right? So this one in theory is done. At the moment we do it with one axis, right? We may expand it to 2 axes in the future, right? So we do one axis at the moment, right? We can decide to do also the other axis. I think would be doable. I mean, it's not very hard because in theory, I will have to apply the same. Theory. I mean, if you want, we can try. Should not be very hard actually, because basically the difference will be so if I go down straight, right? If I go down straight, then there is no problem. The two, as you can see, the 2 wheels are touching the ground pretty well. But if I go down a bit, apart from that, a bit looking at the side, like this, right? Exactly, like this. Now, this wheel is inside the ground and this wheel is flying a bit, right? And now the only problem is that it depends on the size of the cart. So every cart will be slightly different, right? If you have a larger cart, because I have to project the 2 line traces basically where the wheels are, right? So I have to go out like 1 meter or so. So I have to take the line trace of the wheels. I have to take the line trace of the wheels. That is the roll, right? That is the roll. So you will go Saturn, eh? You will go Saturn. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know if it's too big, but I have space in the cellar. The problem is the ventilation, right? If it starts to be toxic, that's a problem. I don't know how toxic it is, right? So you're gonna die or what? If you don't ventilate enough. I don't know. What is the how bad it is, right? Is the question, how bad it is. Let me try to call this place again. I'm trying to get freaking information on one place, but they never answer. 1 second. They never answer. GG. Why make array doesn't work? I don't understand. It works here, it doesn't work here. Probably because he created the array as another object. But anyway, fine. Did I connect it, by the way? Yeah, I connect. I don't know why when I copied it didn't, but anyway. Now, to line trace the second axis, we have to take the position of the wheels, and this one is the thing in the middle. And then we have to do right wheel, left wheel, right? So we have to basically... but this is in world location. In world location is a bit of a problem. I have to get the... Not the... I have to get the relative... I have to get what? I have to get the relative location. But this relative location... Can I do this relative location plus... plus 1 meter to each side? So in theory is what? Is the x plus x minus x? I don't know. So I do 1 meter, right? I do 1 meter, and then I get the world location of this. No, I cannot. It doesn't allow me. It doesn't allow me. No, because I don't know in which direction. Obviously the cart can be rotated, right? So how do I take the... How do I go left and right? I have to do it based on the forward vector. I have to take the forward vector of the wheel. So why? I have to take the forward vector. I think I do it already. For other stuff, right? We take the forward vector of the actor, which is how the wagon is. Then we add, then we rotate it 90 degrees. Yeah, exactly. I think it's exactly this thing. I think it's identical to this. The only difference... Get forward. So no, it's okay. So we take the forward vector, we rotate. We take the forward vector of... Now the forward vector is starting where? It will start from the pivot, right? It will start from the pivot. In fact, I do... No, it doesn't start anywhere. It's just a random vector. So I have to take this, rotate it 90 degrees. By the way, I have no idea why we do it this way. Because the cart is not rotated properly on the X. It's rotated 90 degrees. For whatever reason, this cart is rotated 90 degrees. Sorry, just a second, guys. I have to do something. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Okay. What I was saying, sorry, I distracted myself. I lost. Yes, so we have to take basically the forward vector, rotate. I don't know if we have to rotate it or not, but then we have to do this, right? This is the same. This is this. If we want to find a point, right? If we want to find a point to the left or to the right of the axle, right? So we have to take the wheels, get word locate, yeah, exactly. And then we have to take the forward vector of the wagon, yes. We have to, I don't know if we have to rotate it because I think it's already rotated. So let me avoid rotating. Let me go 1 meter in a certain direction, and then we add the, and then we add it to this, right? And then we add it to this. No, it's looking a bit weird, but then we add it to this, and then and this is what, and this is the starting location, right? Then the end location is the same position plus the 5,000 down. So basically we go down 5,000, right? So this is what the hell, okay. So this should show, yes, well, yes, I mean, it's not exactly 1 meter, but you see the new vertical line, red line on the left, right? That is the one that we are trying to track. So obviously now I did 1 meter, depends on the size of the cart, right? In this case it's probably 1 meter 20, 1 meter 30, I don't know, something like that. Oops, I changed the wrong one. Relative location plus x1 third, what? Yeah, I changed the wrong one. Wait, this should be deleted. This is 130. Yeah, maybe 130 is too much. Is 120. But anyway, you get the point, right? 120. 120. And then we do what? And then, so that is the first line trace. Then we need another line trace for the other wheel, right? We need another line trace for the other wheel, and the other line trace starts in the same position. No, is minus 120. It's like this, but it's minus 120. Yeah, so we don't have to rotate anything. So we do minus 120, taking this. We are not shuffling the music, so we are listening to the wall. Now let me shuffle. We are listening to the wall 7 Days to Die soundtrack. Okay, minus 120, right? So there is the second wheel. And then we add this to the word location exactly in the same way. And this becomes our start. And then our end will be this one minus 5,000, right? Because we go down, we go vertically down, basically, right? Okay, so this is the second line trace. That is the second line trace. So it's one per wheel. It's not very visible because, yeah, if I jump, you can see it. Ah, by the way, you should not be able to jump when you are using a cart, obviously. But you can see the two lines, right? The two vertical lines on the wheels. So it's actually tracking very well. Now we have to do the same that we did here. So we have to do the same. The difference is that we will apply it to the roll and we will not apply it to the... Now, I don't know if this is going to work. Should I do seductor location only once? Probably. The problem is... Okay. Let's try. So basically what I'm saying is that I will take this and I will put it at the end, right? So that we do... we set, so we calculate and then we set. Do I have to do exactly the same? Well, very, very similar, yes. But I also need the distance. Well, the distance I have it, because the distance is the 120 by 2, so 240, right? So in theory, should not be too complex. I mean, we take this hit, we take this. Now, here we are assuming, obviously, that we hit the ground, right? There may be a possibility we don't hit anything. And if we don't hit anything, I don't know what will happen to the cart. I think we'll go crazy. So we will have to manage few... so the distance, right? The distance in this case is 240. Now this will have to be parameterized somehow, right? Distance between the wheels, right? We will have to do it better than this. I don't want to see all these hard-coded numbers, obviously, but for now we're just testing, so I think it's fine. Yeah, now the problem is this one we know is the roll, but we don't know which one is this, but it's fine. We try and we see how it looks. Okay. Okay. So in theory now should work as before, but it should also... So if I put myself slightly... If I put myself... Oh, wow. Because the wheel is going... Yeah, depends if the wheel... Yeah, but you see... Yeah, it works. You see now how is it? You see that it... So before, right, the right wheel was up. And the left wheel was inside the ground, right? While now it is tilting, it is tilting this way. So yes, it works, which is very nice. So it's basically adapting to the ground. Now this ground is a bit stupid, I have to say, so it's not really the best example, and we still have the problem of the rotation, obviously. But if I go... I mean, obviously in this situation, right, it doesn't know what to do. I mean, the only thing that he knows is that he needs to tilt that way, but it cannot touch the ground because the... Let me think about it 1 second though. Why it cannot touch the ground? I think the rotation may be too high. Wait a second. You see how smooth it is? It was very nice, huh? You see how smooth it is when he goes down like this? Boom. Very nice. Huh? It's pretty cool. I mean, we still have a number of issues, but it's getting better and better every moment. Now, I think that the problem we have is can I add a landscape? Landscape mesh proxy actor. No. How do I last time I did it was a million years ago. I have to do new. Okay, here it is. Oh wow. Well, that's a bit too much. Okay. Maybe it's a bit too much. Right. Right. Can we what do you mean no landscape? Because there is no material. Okay. Well, that's maybe a bit too much. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens. I don't know what the fuck is saving. Can we disable this freaking This freaking one file per asset. I don't know, it's so annoying. How it is called? I really would like to remove it. The one asset per file. Huh? What is it called? It's called I mean, it's under war partition, I guess. War partition enable streaming. No, it's not war partition. No, it's not. It's the, I don't know, it's the thingy. Okay, anyway, fuck it. I don't want to spend time on it. Oh, we have this nice. Can we remove it? Can we remove this text, or can we move it on the other side of the world? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so if we try to have our cart, right, go on this thing. You see? Oh, fuck. Unfortunately, the camera is not really. But you see how he adapts to the ground? Is very nice. Yeah, the rotation is still fucked, I know, because we can rotate super quick, but I will hopefully fix that. Yeah, this situation. Yeah, there will be a situation like this, right? If you have a hill that is very that is like this, right? Our line trace, our longitudinal line trace is gonna say, oh, this thing needs to be horizontal, right? But in reality, and like here, for example, we go a bit into the ground. This wheel is a bit into the ground. And this wheel as well. Hey, yes, because we are calculating. Yeah. You know why? I mean, it's very easy to understand why. Because it's doing that. It's doing that because our slope is like this, and the wheels are here. Now I'm exaggerating, obviously, but the wheels are here. But our sampling, right? Our sampling in the longitudinal axis is here, right? And so actually. Yeah, it's here and here, right? So and so it thinks that vertically it needs to be at this level, right? And this is exactly what is happening here. That if you see that the 2 points on the longitudinal are lower than that hill. So or we do the sample on the sides as well, and we do like an average. Or we just leave it like this and GG. It's broken only in those cases, right? In the case where the middle is higher than the sides. But it's not working too bad anyway. I think it's working decently, right? I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, in our game, nothing is perfect. So I think it's working very reasonably. It's working very reasonably. Okay, let me try to change the... So there is not anymore one axis. This actually became 2 axis, right? which is actually pretty cool. Now we want to significantly slow the rotation while pulling the cart, right? So in the character movement, I think in the character movement, right, there is a rotation rate. There is a rotation rate. Yes, there is a rotation rate, which is 500, right? So basically what we have to say is that when we are and by the way, this part we can now delete completely because we moved it to Is it correct? I can delete all of this? I can, right? Because this is the one that I copied over. Yeah. I can delete this. I can delete it. Because I copied in the tick, right? I copied in the tick, so now it should work exactly the same way. I should remove that line trace, it's very annoying to see it. It's very nice anyway. No! It fell down. Yeah, then we have to manage all the cases where the cart is not finding the ground or like, and then we have to disable the jump and all of that. But it's fine. So in my character movement, I can set the rotation rate. Now, I don't know if the rotation rate is really gonna do it. But let's try an insanely slow one, like 10. Right? At the moment it's 500, so we go from 500 to 10, right? Wow, it's very good. It's very, very good. Well, I mean, no, it's not good. Let me disable 1 second this debug draw lines because they're very annoying. The debug draw lines, where are they? Here. Debug arrow, debug arrow. Okay, let's skip this 1 second. Let's keep all of this. Whee! Okay. So now it should work as before, but without spamming the freaking lines. Yeah. So if I'm going straight and then I rotate, it does this, which is a bit weird. Yeah, we have that. So is moving. So the rotation. Huh? Why is doing this? So it's basically going sideways, right? Instead of. Huh? It's basically going sideways. It's going sideways. Use controller design rotation. It's exactly the same. I mean, the point is that it should not go sideways. It should slowly rotate. Why it goes sideways? Orient rotation to movement. You know, it's still doing the same. I mean, basically, yeah, when I rotate with the, when I rotate with the camera, you see that this is good. I mean, it's trying to move the cart. Obviously, in real life, this will be impossible, but it's fine. I can live with that, right? I can live that it's doing this. But at the moment, I'm not pressing any keys. I'm just moving the mouse, right? I'm just moving the mouse. And it's rotating this way. And why is doing it? Because I have use controller desired rotation. If I remove that, now you see that this is not doing anything, but this is just sliding, right? This is just sliding. So let me ask the AI and see if he has an answer. Maybe it does have an answer. So I want my horse character to rotate slowly when the cart is attached. I changed the rotation rate in character movement, but to 10. It was 500. But when I press the left or right keys, right? Instead of slowly turning, the character just slides to the side. If orient rotation to movement is on, the movement input still keep pushing the capsule forward along the camera jaw while the actor itself rotates slowly to match. So you see sideways sliding. To get a slow, deliberate turn while keeping the horse walking straight ahead, you need to stop automatic snap to input rotation. Orient rotation to movement disable, use control desired rotation disable, which is what we did, right? We disabled this too. We disabled this too. Drive the jaw yourself. Instead of relying on rotation rate, you feed a manual jaw input to the add controller jaw input on Blueprint. Example in C++. Value turn speed, get work, get Alexa second, where turn speed is something gentle like 30 seconds per the Blueprint equivalent binary. I see. So what he's saying is that basically, when you are pulling a cart, you cannot use the normal input anymore. That's very strange, though. So basically A and D does not, does it make sense to you guys or not? Does it make sense to you? I think it kind of does, but the problem is this means that we will have to, only when we are pulling a card, right? We will have to have a different input. We will have to have a different input. I think the new system may work well for us. The only problem is, let me just think 1 second how this thing works. Move is getting these inputs, right? And this input W Switzer input axis value YXZ. AD inherit setting from action trigger inherit setting from action. Can I jump to the action? Yes, I can. Move action, action 2D, trigger type, axis 2D vector. Huh? I don't know if I fully understand, but basically what he's saying, I mean, I can switch, right? I can make another IMC input context, input movement, whatever. Input, what is it? Input mapping context, input mapping context. I can make another input mapping context just when you are on the card, right? It can be a copy of this, with the difference that our move will map only, I mean, we can try. We can try. I can copy this, right? If I duplicate this, right? And I call it IMC cart, right? IMC cart. An IMC cart will use move for W and S, but will not use it for A and D, right? I will remove A and D. And then I have to switch. It should not be complex because if I remember, I did it in my project. So I don't remember how the hell to do it, but there is why experimental? Enhanced input local player subsystem. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly this. No. Fuck. Is exactly this. Was this thing connected? To my controller, To my controller. Why has to cast to player controller? Because this can be an AI. Okay, I see. Because it could be an NPC, right? With the fine. So we do this, and then right, and then why is blue on yellow? Because it's an interface. Because it's an interface, my boys. By the way, guys, if you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be very nice. I'm trying to reach 900 followers, and we are at 897. So only 3 people left. I think you can do it. You can do it. Probably my face is trembling a bit because there is not a lot of light at the moment. One of my table light actually broke, and yeah, so I don't have a strong light. I have to fix it, by the way. So we will add. Can we remove the other one or what? Remove mapping. Okay, so we remove the old mapping and we add the new mapping, right? Let me try to call this place again. I'm super annoyed that they never answer. That's incredible. So there is a place where I want to go that they do live music, right? And I was trying to understand what kind of live music they do, and they have a website with all the concert. The problem is that the website is updated May 2025, so there is nothing for September and October, right? And so they don't update it. So I called the place a few times, and they say no, it is updated. And now I said, guys, it's not updated. And finally they told me, no, sorry, the website is not updated, but if you go on Facebook, there is the list. Okay. What time is it tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? The 20. The 20. I don't know who is this guy though. Anyway, they are maintaining this thing really bad. I mean, they have a club, you know, where they play music and they cannot freaking put they cannot freaking put the proper listing. I don't know, it's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. And I'm searching the freaking nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Un rasoio nuovo di...
That is the advertisement. Okay, I will figure it out. There seems to be a concert tomorrow, so maybe, but it's not clear what the hell they do. Doesn't convince me at all. Doesn't convince me at all. I think we need to find another place. But anyway, sorry, I'm back. I was just trying to understand what to do tomorrow evening. I wanted to listen to some live music, but it's not very simple. It's not very simple. Okay, so I'm back. We remove the default and we add our new mapping context, right? So this, okay, so let me see what happens this way. So this way, in theory, at the moment I can move normally. No, I cannot. What the fuck? I removed it from the wrong one? No, I didn't. Huh? What? Why I cannot rotate? Ah no, I rotate, but it's super slow. Yeah, exactly. The tiger is afraid of jazz. I like the jazz, but it is a jazz place, but do 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 do. Sorry, I'm distracted, guys. I'm distracted because I'm trying to understand what to do tomorrow evening, and I'm a bit distracted. But let me see if I can go back to our thing. So if we switch this, right? Okay, let's try to switch. Let's try to do it. So if I play, right? If I play, and I attach, so now I can do this because there is this stupid small rotation that makes me slide. But if I attach the cart, now, yeah, exactly. Now if I press, I'm pressing A and D, and it's doing nothing, right? So in theory, it is, right? It is doing roughly what we would. So I mean, it removed the A and D, right? So now we need a new turn. So we need to add a new turn action for A and D. And then we put it in the context. Yeah, probably yes. So I create a new, or I duplicate this. And we call it turn. And then he's saying to do it with a 1D axis. I'm not completely sure why is a 1D axis though. Why is it 1D and not, but anyway, it's 1D. So he's saying to do 1D. And then bind A to -1 and D to +1. So I do this, and then I go in my cart, and I add a new mapping. And the mapping is my turn. And then the turn, I assign it to A key. No. Key A. No. Hello? What the fuck? What? Why I cannot? Okay, this way. A and D. And then what he's saying is that I have to do A -1, D +1. What do you mean A and D? I don't understand. Switzel input axis value. Huh? I mean, if I do it like this, it will do nothing, right? Because it is not really going into the input axis. No? I don't understand exactly how this thing works. Like move is doing D and A, right? But they have no settings. There is a negate XYZ. Why? Inherit from action. This thing is very obscure to me. I don't understand it. Modifier negate. I don't understand how he knows that he needs to... Bah. I don't understand how he maps it, but anyway, fine. In fact, it does absolutely nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Let me see the action. 2D, take absolute value. Consume lower priority enhanced input mapping. Player input. There is nothing in this thing, right? There is absolutely nothing. I mean, the difference here is that is using this WSDL input axis value, right? And he's saying y, x, z. Swap x and y axis, useful for binding 1D input to the y axis for 2D actions. Why? I'm so confused. WSDL input axis negate. But how does he know that this is forward and this is backward? How does he know? I mean, the negate, okay, the negate can be backward, right? W and S. I understand that. W and S. Okay, under modifiers, one is WSDL input axis and the other is negate input axis. Okay, I understand that. But then A and D, right? A and D is only negate and this one is completely empty. So, what? How does he know? I don't understand. Any one of you knows? My boys? I'm really,
Just do it!
Do it! I know, I can just do it, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I mean, I can do the same. I can do WSDL input axis. But what the fuck does it mean? Huh? It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. I don't understand how this is connected to... -1 + 1. AI turn. I think I have to declare it specifically. I think that I think I have to declare it specifically. I think that I think I have to go in my character and add my AI turn thingy. And then here on, I don't know if I have to do it on trigger or I have to do it on ongoing or I have to do it probably on ongoing, but and here I think I need to do the add the character add controller jaw input. I think I have to do it this way. And the value is what? Is the turn speed value? Turn value, turn speed. Turn value. multiplied by my turn speed, I don't know, 5, 4, right? Multiplied by my delta seconds, which is always the case. And this is the input. So it's doing nothing. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's doing absolutely nothing. Why is not going there? Why? Why is not going through this? It's very strange, huh? It's not going through that.
By the gods, this can't be happening.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? I mean, I did this already, but I don't remember how the hell. I don't remember how to do it. Triggered and started. Okay. Ah. Okay, thank you. Very nice. Bra. Okay, it's kind of working, but it's giving the input to the camera, right? So it's giving the input to the controller because we did add Joe controller input. I started using Epic Game certification, but I forgot. But anyway, under triggered, at least we get something, right? But we need to rotate our character. We need to rotate our character, right? This guy was saying, "Oh, just set follow rotation," right? And I can do that, but I don't think it's a great idea actually. So use controller desired rotation, right? So if I do this and I do it again, probably it will even work, but it's not what we want. Yeah, you see? So the so the card is trying to match my camera view, right? But it is not what I want. I don't want the card to match my camera view. I want my character to rotate. Orient rotation to movement. Bra. No, the controller Joe input doesn't work. I will just rotate my character. Let me just tell the AI. Our Joe controller input doesn't work. It just moves the camera, not the character, right? So it's not correct. I mean, it's correct if you have the setup of the character following the camera, but then it goes super slow and I think it looks stupid. I mean, it is not what I want. I think I want just to rotate. I just want to rotate my character, right? I just want to add a rotation to my character. No? I just want to do this. I think I just want to do this. So the camera stays free, right? But when oh, finally, Jesus. Okay, it's not bad. The only problem is that we have the same issue of the speed. Wow, it's increasing, by the way. And we have the same problem of the slide, right? Fuck. I usually dispatch every... No, I mean, now at least it's rotating, right? When I press A and D, the character is rotating. Together with the cart. But the problem... The problem is the side slide like this, right? Is sliding because I'm trying to go in this direction and it cannot go. Right? In theory it should do this. It should rotate slowly and go forward, but it doesn't do it, right? So the problem is matching the two together. I have to cook my dinner, otherwise I will be late for the evening. Wow, it's accelerating continuously. Whee! And then it stops immediately. Yeah, so we have to understand how this movement may work. I basically want my character to slowly move. I think by the way it's the same also without a cart, right? Also without a cart, right? So let's imagine that we are without a cart. What I would like to do, I would like to move. Yes, exactly. When I press A, it should not slide like this, right? It should not slide like this. But the trick is this rotation rate. By the way, why now? Huh? Why now is broken also? What? Why now is broken also? Huh? Because I don't have this or what? Uh-oh. Ah, yes, because I don't have this. I mean, it is slowly doing it, actually. I mean, now with the rotation rate, it is slowly doing it, so if I decide to go in this direction, you see that the cart is... Let me go in a flat area, right? So if I'm here, right, and I'm pushing north, right, I'm pushing that direction. You see that the cart is slowly moving? Maybe now it's really too slow, right? I don't know, but it's not really doing what we want. Let me do 100 instead of 10 and see what happens. Maybe it's more reasonable, I don't know. Ah, 100, okay, 100 feels like reasonable actually. 100 is bad. 10 was really stupid. Was lighting like a boss. But 100, I mean, he's still pushing the cart a lot. It's a pity that I cannot see this freaking view from more far away. Can we make this spring arm a bit longer, please? How do I can I make the spring length a bit longer, please? How do I do it? The arm length. Can I make the arm length? Okay, 800. Now we see everything from distance. Okay, nice. So yeah, like the problem is that, I mean, the card seems to be bumping kind of okay, right? Is it becoming the movie locked to the camera? I don't know, I'm very confused about it. Give me a second, I need to cook my dinner, otherwise I will be too late. I will be too late for everything and anything. Everything and anything, my friend. I need to cook something to eat. I need to cuccherino. Cuccherino. I need two cuccerinos. I need two cuccerinos. Cuccerinos, cuccerinos. 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 Cuccerinos, cuccerinos. Cuccerinos, cuccerinos. Sprizzettinos, sprizzettinos. Cuccerinos, cuccerinos. I know that you can hear me, by the way. I know. I know that you can hear me. Cuccerinos, cuccerinos. 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 Okay. Now we need a timer. Now we need a timer 15 minutes. Timer 15 minuti. Okay, we have the timer on the phone. not super bad. I have to say that, considering, you know, considering everything considered, I mean, it's not super bad. It's not super bad. Now, is it good? Well, good, I don't know, but bad, no. Wow. Wow. Hmm? Hmm? I mean, bad, no, but... I mean... What the fuck? I think these ones are a bit too high, actually. They are not very reasonable. They are a bit too much. I mean, the main problem at the moment is the rotation, is this thing. This thing is super bad. So basically what I would like to do, I would like to have it so that you cannot rotate if you don't go forward, right? That is basically what I need. You can rotate slightly only when moving forward. As the cart cannot slide, right? That is what I need. You want a tank style movement. Yeah, exactly. I want a tank style movement. Okay, false, false. There is always this thing that is changing. Every time it's telling you to do it differently. But anyway. Fine. Basically, we have to disable this, it's saying. Okay. Keep your current I move with WASD as a 2D vector. You don't need to separate the turn action. Use the x-axis of the same input. Character move. Backward, forward. Move forward, only allow turning while moving forward, backward. If IBS turn is greater than a small num. Ah, okay, I understand what it's doing. I understand what you're doing. Okay. But I don't understand what the fuck I have to do. Okay, let's try to duplicate move, right? And we call it move cart. Okay, we call it move cart. In reality, is identical, but the difference is that we switch it, right? We switch it here. So in IMC cart, I will remove turn, and I will use move cart, which in reality is identical, right? And okay, let me just see 1 second if we can move. We don't move. Okay, we don't move because it's not mapped. Okay, correct. So now here I have my AI move cart, no? Yes, exactly. And so what this guy is saying, right? What this guy is saying is that you allow turning only when moving forward. So you do a check if your forward axis, backward axis Y. And I don't have the axis. I don't have the axis. What is it? Input action? Or action value? I'm doing it in blueprints. And I have created a move cart. Copied from the move. Then I added to my character the enhanced input action. Enhanced input action. AI move cart, right? AI move cart. Now what do I do? So in your character blueprint the event graph, right click search move cart, enhance the input event, I move cart triggered. Okay. Break the input vector. From the trigger node drag the value. Okay. And I break it. But I only have X and Y. The X is left, right, and the Y is... Anyway, it's incredible, guys, how ChatGPT can explain you this. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, it's insane. If you think about it, it's absolutely insane. Bada bam 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 bam. Okay, sorry, I was answering to a message. So, left and right AD, forward back to WNA. Okay. Only rotate when moving forward. Drag a branch. Okay, so we so the forward. So we want the Y to be greater than something, right? So only when the Y is greater than something. And we have to tweak the values and see, right? But only when this is happening. And then we can move it to C++ later on, but fine. Only when this is happening, we want to check the Y. Add movement input. Add movement input. And this one we do it. War direction. Get actor forward vector. Okay. Great idea. Great idea. The scale value will be our Y, right? Yeah, exactly. Connect Y. How can the AI understand this? How it is possible that the ChatGPT can understand this? How it is possible? How it is possible? It's insane. Yes, I understand up to here. Now, still on the true branch, get delta second, multiply x by turn speed by delta seconds. Multiply x by turn speed by delta seconds. Turn speed, I don't know, let's say 10 and then we will see. We will see. Okay. And then here we do the rotation, right? Yes, add actor word rotation, which is the same one that we had here. Right? Add actor word rotation. So only if you are moving forward or backward, because this actually doesn't, no, it says greater than 1 though. So you cannot, okay, it's fine. I think we can do greater than and less than, but it's fine. For now it's okay. So now, for now we work only if you go forward, but we also want to be able to rotate if you go backward, obviously. And so this one we put it on the Z, I assume. Joe only, yeah. Why make rotator? Make rotator. Nah. No, make rotator I don't think is needed. Ah, the timer, fuck. Wait, I have to do something with my cooking. Cuccherino. Cuccherino. Cuccherino, cuccherino. Cuccherinos. Okay. We have another like 10 minutes or less and then I have to go, unfortunately. But let's see if we can at least see this working. Okay, so if okay, so basically what this is saying is that only if my Only if I'm moving for, so basically, okay, now if I put my cart and I try to press A and D, it should do nothing. Yeah, exactly, it's doing nothing. If I press forward, it goes only forward, and backward, at the moment it does nothing. Okay. If I go forward and left, it's doing absolutely nothing. Okay, we have a problem though, because this cannot be like this, right? I mean, so plus 0, 1, minus 0, 1, right? So the important point is not 0, but this will allow us to go backward as well, right? So now we can go forward and backward, and if I try to press A and D, it does nothing. But now the point is, if I press A and D while it doesn't work. Why? Huh? Maybe 10 is too little, I don't know. Let's do 50. Maybe 10 is really too little. Bro, it doesn't rotate an inch. It doesn't rotate an inch. Delta rotation Zijo. He said make rotator, but I don't think I need to make a rotator. Why I need to make a rotator? Ah, because he wanted to do it this way. Okay, that's one way. No, okay, it's fine. Let me see if I'm multiplying the proper stuff. So the X. That's very strange. Let me do this 1 second, so we see at least if we get a value, because if we don't get a value, I think the X is always 0 for whatever reason. I think we don't get a value. Yeah, we don't get a value. We don't get a value. X is always 0. Why? Oh, fuck. Because I deleted A and D. No, but I created... No, wait. Ah, okay. I'm using the wrong... Yeah. Okay. I didn't remap. It should not be move cart. It should be move cart. Huh? Oh shit. Wait. We have a problem. AI move cart. Okay, let me delete this. Yeah, I know. Let me do, yeah, because, okay. Okay. Now, okay. Holy moly. Okay, we are nearly there. I see it. It's kind of working. It's kind of working, guys. We just need to do it properly. But if I remove this, right, and I do this, and I make this small, like 10 or 5, I don't know how small it should be. But I think that now, okay. Yeah, the only problem is that is additive, right? That is what I don't understand. Why is additive? That is very strange. So it seems that the delta, it seems that this value, this action value is always a greater number. Add movement input. But it seems to be fine, huh? I mean, it seems that it's starting to work. So if I go, now I'm pressing left and right, it doesn't move, right? But if I go forward and then I press left and right, then it is moving a bit, right? And you see that I can also do some maneuvers like that. So this is working very nicely, actually. That is working very nice. This is exactly what I wanted, boys. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Yeah, now it's working. The only problem is that if I don't stop, right, but I continue...
You broke it, didn't you?
No, I make it work. It works perfectly now. It works very good. I mean, yeah, you can still do a bit this, right, which is a bit of a slide, but it's much harder. I mean, it's much more natural now. It's much more natural. And you see that the cart bumps properly. I think we did it, but yeah, you see, there is a bit of a slide, obviously. But it's very reasonable. Okay, guys, I think we basically did it. I just have to understand why value continue to scale up indefinitely if you continue to keep your key pressed, right? That is a bit weird, but I think we did it. I have to go to dinner and then I will play some role-playing games with my friends tonight. And we are playing Cyberpunk and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Unfortunately, tomorrow, I don't think I will be available in the evening. I think we'll be available probably in the afternoon. But I will let you know, okay? I will let you know. So, thank you for watching. If you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. That's always a good idea. And if you want to also download our game, remember our game is available here in Download Now on our website, and you can play it on Windows, on Linux, and on Mac. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. You can also connect to our Discord, by the way. There's a lot of nice people there. Do it. Bye.